We're in the home stretch now, folks. Welcome to The Ancient Gods Part 2. This was released about a year after the initial release of Doom Eternal. It's a very different approach. I'm not sure I like it as much, but it's still a good time.
I see you're playing as the famed character Red from Red vs. Blue.
Oh, of course. In reality, it's just the last skin I unlocked from the end of Part 1-3. Now, I will say, to the enjoyment of, I'd say myself, maybe Torp, and to the disappointment of Thorn, this episode, Ancient Gods Part 2, actually has a lot less story than Part 1. Like, nothing of real consequence happens for most of it, I will say that.
We'll see then.
You say that, but also you need to work around the fact that the devil is terrible.
Survive. I will be waiting for you at the city of Emora.
How is his ass better than mine?
Is this visible?
Shit! Must get chaps.
Tight round buttocks.
Wow, it really is Halo.
Yeah, one thing I can say about Part 2, it is gorgeous. At least the first two levels, look very, very pretty.
See, you just escaped the Pillar of Autumn.
Well, that is the world spear, so that, in terms of, like, words, that's pretty close.
Is there a fisheye lens thing happening here?
It sure looks like it, but I don't think so.
You must power the gate of Doom with the Wraith's crystal and pass through to where the Dark Lord resides. He is waiting for you.
I appreciate that now without a body, the father's just like fucking stalking you, haunting your ass.
I stalk all of my beings.
Weird.
Technically.
It comes with the territory.
Like all fathers.
I'm so very sorry then.
I stalk all of my children's Facebooks.
You must have seen some shit.
Very gloopy.
God, they just look so out of place.
What does?
The demons.
Yeah, in this beautiful place. I believe we are still in the Sentinels world at the moment.
I fucking hate watching this, and just all I can think is Halo, because my brain is ruined.
I didn't even think of Halo, but it does look like Halo when you think about it. Especially like the little bit of footage I've seen of Halo 5.
I've played a lot of Halo 1.
Oh, wait, Halo Infinite. Halo 5 already came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped caring after 3, well, after Reach, but...
Check this out, though. Woo!
Ew.
That was sick as hell.
Finally, some platforming.
What do you mean, finally some platforming?
I meant to say with the meat hook, but I stopped talking for some reason.
Jacob, you know what you are? Let me tell you about Doom Eternal.
Let me tell you about the Screecher Zombie. It's a new kind of enemy that you don't want to shoot. It's just a purple zombie. It stands there. It doesn't really do much to hurt you, but if you kill it, it pretty much acts as similar to a spirit buff or a buff totem to everything around it. So Try to avoid the purple zombies if you can. They'll explode once everything else is dead.
Oh, that feels weird for like a Doom game.
It's challenging because you gotta... It's more about maneuverability rather than, like, specifically not killing it. Because you have to be careful with things like rockets or, like, pretty much every explosive, as well as kind of your shotgun spread. You just kind of need to be wary of where you're shooting. And that, I like the Screecher zombies. I think they add a bit of strategy to everything.
Wasn't that kind of what we were talking about earlier, where it feels like the buff totem would work better as an enemy on the field?
Yeah, pretty much. Except I think it would be cool if there was like an enemy that just always buffed the enemies around it. This one, they only get buffed if you kill it. Or shoot it, rather, because it has like no health. But yeah, that's pretty close. And I believe we also mentioned using the meat hook as platforming as well, and this also fulfills that.
Yeah. And yet it's not everything we wanted.
Not everything, no. Okay, I'm having some trouble here. There's a buff totem outside of this fog that we can't get to. Alright, well, we got that out of the way real early.
That death looks like he threw it on the ground and gave up.
Ah, shit. Alright, let's try again. I actually recorded this a fair bit after the Ancient Gods Part 1 was done recording, so I'm a little bit rusty. Been playing too much on the Switch, I guess. Actually, playing Doom on a mouse. I used to be really good at Doom on controller, Doom 2016 and Eternal, but ever since I started playing with mouse and keyboard, I just can't go back.
Yeah, like, I have played on mouse and keyboard for so long at this point that I can't use a controller anymore for this sort of thing.
Yeah, I played Wolfenstein The New Order on PC and then Wolfenstein 2 on PS4, and I performed much worse playing Wolfenstein 2.
For whatever reason, control sticks just aren't as accurate as a mouse.
No, I think the Steam controller was onto something with its weird little, like, slidey pad. I think with enough work, that could have been pretty cool. Alright, let's get this out of the fucking way first. They all stop like, what just happened? I suddenly feel lighter.
And also, Thorn, it's because you have less spine control with the stick than you do with, say, a mouse.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be somebody who'll post in the thread all of the mechanical reasons.
Well, yeah, it's also like why they don't do like a lot of like crossplay FPS stuff between mouse and keyboard, because mouse and keyboard actually straight up has an advantage, and it's actually a very known issue.
If you'll notice, as I said at the end of Ancient Gods Part 1, a lot of the new things in Ancient Gods Part 2 are reskins, such as the Armored Baron. It is a Baron of Hell that is armored. It has this giant mace explosion on its hand, and if you shoot it while it is charging up, then its armor is destroyed. At that point, it's much more vulnerable to damage, but it will come back after a while, so you gotta make sure to kill it before its armor comes back. Very inconsequential enemy, I could take it or leave it. I don't particularly have much opinions on it.
Also, I take back what I said about this being Halo. This is definitely Oblivion.
Looks much nicer than Oblivion.
You can't prove that.
I guess you're right, I haven't played Oblivion, but...
I'm just saying, there's demons, there's these nice medieval towns.
Yeah, we just need a big red eye.
Exactly. Just go get you a sigil stone, dude.
See, its armor came back. Now we gotta wait for it to do its little thing again. Ancient Gods Part 2 goes overboard with the, like, stoplight enemies, where you have to wait for their weak point to show up. At least with the Baron, you can kill it after you shoot it, consistently, but... There's a lot of that, and it gets very old.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but, like, I hate enemies that make me have to stop. Like, does it just completely kill any sort of flow I have?
I didn't mind it when it was one enemy. Now that it's several, I'm losing my patience.
it feels almost like this need to reinvent the wheel, basically.
There's some BFG ammo over there, so I thought I'd go ahead and just use it.
I like how, because they have to list that thing up floating in the air as an enemy to get you to hook onto it, the BFG was also shooting it for some reason.
Oh, the meat hook thing? Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Just like, fuck that thing, I guess.
Light the Torch of Kings. Is it in the water?
Apparently, I looked. It does not appear to be in the water, but I can look again. That armor's interesting. It shows you where to go, and it actually respawns. So if you really care to, you can grind armor here forever.
I love TDM.
Yeah, lighting enemies on fire just ain't doing it for me anymore. Oh, apparently there's a monkey bar there. Do you ever accidentally do gymnastics in your everyday life?
Doom Guy has the instinct from when he was 10.
My mother was a gymnast.
My dad was a monkey.
Interesting lineage. And then you see it's like pieces come off screen. This is a hidden little boy. That leads to that one up. On my first playthrough, I did not know where that was. Also, much like in the Ancient Gods Part 1, I'm not specifically going for all the one-ups. I think I miss a few. But I needed to get that one because I couldn't find the way to do it on my first playthrough. So I had a score to settle.
You gotta prove it to yourself. I always love when just like a single one of them spawns in and it's just like, fuck that guy in particular.
Oh, it's just an imp. Ah, great. Ah, there's a whiplash too, and it's gone. Man, I love noticing that I have 3 chainsaws.
This is a surprisingly basic encounter.
They are at the beginning. Ancient Gods Part 2 is nowhere near as challenging as Part 1. It is significantly breezier, I'd say.
I mean, like, even the previous fight had more going on, though. This one was just, like, softballing the shit out of it.
Yeah. I just don't know, because I really enjoyed how difficult Part 1 was, and a lot of other people did too. I feel like just because of the fact that it's a fair bit easier, I'm going to come back to this one less. It's still got its moments, don't get me wrong. It's still harder than the main campaign.
I think I'm just trying to make it more approachable to general audiences instead of, like, the hardcore players. Just seems a little knee-jerk at points.
Here's a different encounter. You're in this tiny irradiated room. But, I mean, there's a infinitely respawning rad suit refill in the middle, so, I mean, it's still kind of inconsequential.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just keeps respawning, so there's no real meaning to it.
Yeah, but there was also a Screecher. Very difficult to avoid that one.
To be fair, I don't think you even saw him.
I don't think I did either.
He seemed like he was hidden in the massive Hell Knights.
In the sea of humanity.
That's a Dark Souls level.
Just walking on a bunch of people's heads.
I don't know, it's still not as good as their best name, the Pus of Man.
Don't talk about my pus. Very sensitive about it. I don't know why. It took me forever to figure out where to go here.
Even though there was a boost very clearly there.
Yeah, but I feel like I tried it once and it didn't work.
Just gonna boost into the wall, yeah.
Man, that Mancubus got fuked oop. Woohoo! Those meat hooks are... They're A, very fun, B, a lot easier to control than they look. They look very awkward, but they're really not.
It looks like it locks on real hard. Oop.
Can't go on that flat surface, I guess. If you don't want me to walk there, don't make it flat.
Just glad it looked like you realized that meat hook was there right as you were too late to get it.
Hello. Double gulp from 7-Eleven. Only 69 cents. Way too much soda. What am I talking about?
I don't know, but we aren't getting any ad money for it, but thanks anyway.
Go to 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven's run by the Sentinels.
Get you a hot dog!
No, don't actually eat the hot dog, though. Don't eat the hot dog, you know where it's been.
Man, they make them look advertising, though. Those gas station hot dogs on the Rolly Boys. They look a lot better than they taste.
Just...
I'm lonely!
What a life the Screecher must live. He only dies when all of his friends die.
That's loyalty.
Yeah, that's hardcore, dude. Fucking, I wish I felt that strongly about anything.
When did you get here? How did I miss that Screecher, too?
Yeah.
Very lucky shot. I think it just, like, the ballista bolt just went right over its shoulder.
Once again, this just feels like a real softball of an encounter.
Well, it's the gimmick here is the purple goop.
Yeah, but they led off with the buff totem fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say swapping them may be better. Because, I mean, it is difficult to fight things in the purple goop, so I guess they just wanted to give you zombies and shit to make it less obnoxious.
More like they expected you to fuck up.
Oh, quad damage.
Oh man, you actually noticed it.
I know. I mean, it was hard to not notice it. It's surrounded by Mancubi. Oh!
Gaze deeply in the mountain of flesh.
I'm detecting an energy signature from Commander Valen.
Commander Valen? Why, that's the I was about to call him the depressor. The betrayer. I mean, he's a little depressing. But he's got something for us.
My son's curse has been lifted, and I atone for my sins.
Oh, so they're just giving you back the crucible.
That is not a sword.
You know what I fucking mean.
This is the Sentinel Hammer. This actually behaves a lot differently. This is how it works. You slam it on the ground, like you do with most hammers, which stuns heavier enemies around you, but it also has a few other effects. If you use it when some enemies are on fire, they drop a lot more armor, and if you do it on frozen enemies, they drop a lot more health than they usually would. So it's very useful if you're low on health and surrounded by enemies. Just kind of flame belch them all, freeze them, and then use the hammer, and then you will get refilled on resources very quickly. In order to refill its charges, it's actually very simple. You refill charges by either destroying weak points or glory killing. So if you destroy 2 weak points, glory kill 2 enemies, or any combination of the two, then you get another Sentinel Hammer use.
I will say, Jacob, who the hell hits the ground with a hammer? That's fucking stupid.
Doom Guy, first of all. Doesn't Thor do that sometimes, or does he just smack dudes?
I don't fucking know.
The hammer is a multitasker.
Yeah, it's got a few uses.
I don't really give a shit about superhero stuff.
Don't use it when you're at full health like then.
It seems like just a really interesting answer to the Crucible, which was basically an I win button.
Yeah, plus you had to find ammo for the Crucible, which made it less involved. This one you can actively recharge, which is cool.
Also, the thing with the Crucible is they basically gave you no ammo for it, so it was functionally useless half the time.
Yeah.
Or you just sat on that ammo because it was so rare and just never used it.
Yeah, basically, I literally only used it on Archviles, because they're such a pain in the ass to kill. But the Sentinel Hammer has a lot more functionality. I really like it. I kind of wish it could be patched into the main campaign. It's really fun to use. Or at least, I know they are working on another master level for Doom Eternal. I wonder if they'll add it in there. Again, I used it on frozen enemies while I have full health. It's just something you kind of feel like using until you like really learn when to use it. It's like, oh, new toy.
You have a drop attack, so this truly is the Dark Souls of FPSs.
Isn't there already like an FPS that's very much a Souls-like? What's it called? Ash. It has the word ashes in it.
So Remnant is a third-person
Yeah.
shooter.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's also very good. I legitimately highly recommend it. I say this because I put quite a bit of time into it.
Another reskinned enemy. Where are they? It's not these guys. There he is. It's a stone imp. These guys will charge at you like Sonic the Hedgehog, and they are super weak to the auto shotgun. So if you kill it with that, then they'll drop some shotgun ammo. They're essentially another thing that's kind of like the Spirit, where they have this weapon mod nobody used, and their answer to that was, let's make an enemy that can really only be killed with this useless weapon mod.
Which I feel like is a bad answer to something, but...
It's not a great answer. I don't love the stone imps by any means. I think they're really lazy design-wise, and I don't care to use the auto shotgun. They should just make the auto shotgun better. It's very good in the first half of the first level, and then never again, up until this point.
Feels like a bad response to a problem. Rather than make it good, just force you to use it.
The Spirit, I think, was a much better implementation of the microwave beam, because the Spirit has more functionality beyond being an enemy, and busting it like in Ghostbusters is really cool. This one is just, you shoot the imp.
The microwave beam isn't terrible either, is the thing.
It's not terrible. Neither is the auto shotgun, frankly. God damn it.
But the problem with the auto shotgun is specifically that the grenade, I forget the proper name for it, is too good functionally.
It is. It has so much use of just killing cacodemons instantly, pretty much, as well as destroying most weak points immediately. It's just so outclassed.
It's ridiculously good on like a utility level that there's no reason to swap out, and that was actually the issue. And this doesn't solve that problem, it just creates a different one.
Did I somehow lose health in the last 2 minutes when I wasn't fighting?
This is the Torch of Kings.
I haven't trimmed my nails in a while. I kicked something by mistake. Bad idea. We ain't gonna stop you.
Time to light the Olympic torch. Maybe that's a little bit much.
The corrupted priests forbid the use of this beacon. If there are any remaining free tribes left in Argentinor, all will see this light and know what your mission is here.
We are still a day's walk away from the World Spirit.
Yeah, I just like the idea, though, of like this being a miserable failure and everyone's just pissed at you.
God damn it, that better not be Doomslayer.
Why can't we kill the dragon?
Because he's our friend.
And he's a really gooby looking dragon.
So, fuck that.
He's a little gooby. I think I like him. Woo. I don't know why. This is just a cutscene, and it'd be really cool if you did anything gameplay-wise with this dragon, but this just got me really hyped. Doomslayer on a dragon, that's just one of those 12-year-old, wow, that's so cool moments.
We're only halfway through the fucking video, Jesus.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the level. We still gotta go to the World Spear itself, whose purpose I did not read up on.
I'm just saying, there's nothing more I love than slaying dragons.
Well, you're Doomslayer, not Dragon Slayer.
Yeah.
It seems you're not the only one who wants this mission accomplished. If you defeat the Dark Lord, any demon outside of Hell would be destroyed.
And for whatever reason, Hell didn't think dragons would be useful.
We don't need dragons. We have pinkies. I just look over to one, eating like a pile of hot dogs.
Just went to 7-Eleven, #ad.
Click the link in the description to get 20% off a hot dog.
It's a hot dog, though. It'll give you 20% off your life.
Oh, hell yeah, says like all the fucking tortured demons.
He was trying to get away from you.
Ugh, now the stone imps are being implemented into the fights.
Implemented.
God damn it, I didn't mean to.
He's stoned.
Please, Thorn. It's a little late for 420.
You think people only do weed on 420?
Yes.
Yeah.
They only do weed, ironically, you see.
That's why the politicians are like, we will ironically legalize this. And then people actually do it, and they're like, shit. Maybe we shouldn't ironically make policy. For the record, I don't actually believe that. That was a joke. What? Oh. Sometimes when you kill all the actual threat enemies, all the zombies will just die. But not always, I don't think.
Just like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with the Doomslayer.
Here we go. I honestly wish these were implemented more. They are a fair bit, mostly in this level, and a bit in the next level too. But they're fun. As is that yellow glowy, which we're going to be getting to here soon. Oh, our thumb.
You know, it'd be funny if you needed the meat hook to cross that gap.
Ah!
But, whoop.
Sorry, go ahead.
By latching onto an enemy, but if you killed him from across the gap, you couldn't go over there.
That'd be cool to get to a secret or something.
I appreciate that you froze that man midair and he just hung out there.
Yeah, enemies do that. It's weird. Got that 2-up to make up for the 2-up that I missed in Ancient Gods Part 1, Part 1.
Yeah, you're really gonna need it.
Maybe. It's still not easy.
Well, yeah, because you didn't choose that difficulty.
Shit, my cover is blown?
Oh no.
Hello, fuckload of regular imps. Oh god, there's more. This is the second time in this level they've given us a room full of pinkies and a room full of blood punch refills.
It feels like another, like, kind of softball encounter.
It is. There's a few of these, like, just gimmicky encounters that are just kind of breathers, I guess. Even though I'm about to die. There we go. Hold on, let me get this.
To be fair, that's because you were punching the pinkies a lot with your normal fist.
Yeah, I was messing up. Again, I gotta wipe off the rust.
You say as you fucking go to punch it in the face. Ouchies, my fingies.
Alright, here's a different kind of gore nest. It's yellow. Let's destroy it and finish the encounter. For now, it's just a regular encounter. Once we finish it, I'll tell you what its gimmick is.
Because it won't be noticeable at all.
I mean, not until it's over. I mean, if again, it would have told you a tutorial, but I'm the tutorial, and what I say goes.
What I say is, I'm not telling you.
You're gonna wait until it's relevant.
Tutorialize you after it's already done.
This encounter is just an encounter for now. Nothing new will happen until the encounter is over, okay?
See, that's just a terrible explanation.
Be patient.
So, it only matter after it's over. What?
Yes, it will. Everything I'm saying, this doesn't happen a lot, so let me revel in it. Everything I'm saying will make perfect sense in a minute.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I appreciate you shooting everything but the eyeball.
I am. First of all, I need to shoot the mouth. Second of all, that happens sometimes. My aim's just off.
Ah, yes. Sometimes you just woke up.
I think I did, actually. I tend to record Doom Eternal in the morning. 'Cause that's the only time I have to do anything fun.
Just explain that sometimes it's harder to aim than others. It doesn't always shoot straight.
Is that a double entendre? I find that highly inappropriate.
Don't even know what it's about.
Oh, the eyes.
Just put up that shield to block out the gore.
Oh my god, the carcass is like... There's gonna be something in part 3 where the carcasses are just like the carcassiest thing ever. They just fuck me over so hard, and it's kind of funny.
Peak asshole.
The Sentinel Hammer really helps keep your health full, because I've kind of been getting my ass kicked here and there, but I mean, my health and armor are still completely full right now.
Seems like it also does like a lot for the flow too.
Oh yeah, I really love the Sentinel Hammer. Like, it's probably the best thing Ancient Gods Part 2 introduced.
It feels like it has a good balance of not being an instant win like the sword, but having a lot of functionality otherwise.
Oh yeah.
It's also got a lot of mobility.
The only time it'll do noticeable damage is to weaker enemies. Like, it'll probably kill, like, an imp or a zombie in one hit, but anything else, it'll just do a chunk of damage and stagger it. Also, what is happening?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What? It just ended. What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. There was an invisible enemy, and then I guess it just died. Alright, so anyway, here, let me fucking explain this shit. When you defeat the Gore Nest, you get a Sentinel Hammer upgrade. Great. But then it comes back. If you want, you can do it again. It spawns a harder encounter, and if you do it, it counts towards your collection for the level, and you unlock a skin if you do it as well. So it's just pretty much if you want a more difficult challenge than what the original Gore Nest provided. As well as for completion. So there. Yeah. It spawns another encounter. They're called escalation encounters.
We want another fight. We don't want another arena.
They're pretty much replacements for the Slayer Gate.
I think closer to the hidden encounters, just sans timer.
Yeah, but they've got the difficulty of Slayer Gates.
Ooh. Why did you put it back in there?
Aesthetics.
Yeah. It's like when you see a body with a decapitated head, but the head is just kind of placed on there.
See, so they can do an open casket coffin.
An open casket coffin.
You're thinking about his family, yes.
Yes, exactly. They're gonna recover the body after this. It'll be tragic.
We're here to remember Pain Elemental number 24773. Ignore the eye, we put it back straight as best we could. So, best to look him in the mouth, I guess.
Mommy, it's staring at me. It's staring at all of us in hell.
It's a lost soul. It's just left in there. I can't leave. I can only be shot.
It's fine, because of the way the Doomslayer put it back. You can't even see where he stabbed it.
So it's backwards.
You just see the fucking, like, the... What's the cord called? Keeping your eye to your brain?
Cornea?
Is it your...
No.
I wanted to say that, but it felt wrong.
Yeah. Retina?
No, the retina's, like, in your eyeball. Two Archvials back to back. I used the Unmaker on one. I didn't want to use it again. Oh god, I'm in trouble. Less trouble. Doomhunter, trouble is back.
Ah, that's it. The optical nerve. Fucking A.
Okay. I would have not guessed that.
It's like racking my brain. What is it? What is it? It's not ocular. Fuck that guy. Oh,
Damn it.
oh my god. They actually killed you.
Yeah, I think it was the Tyrant that did it.
There's two of them.
Two Tyrants? God, I'm gonna have to pay attention now.
Yeah, just avoid them. Just don't even need to be near them.
I don't feel like that was the optimal way to use that. Though, yeah, as you can see, it keeps them stunned for a long time. Oh, the armor. I love the sound it makes.
It'd be interesting, but also really jerky if there was an enemy that reacted to you meat hooking them. Like, as you're coming up, they rev up a punch.
That'd be awesome. I'd like that. That seems like the kind of asshole-ish thing that would actually flow really well in a Doom Eternal. This game needs mod support. The Doom community is legendary for its mods. If they could mod this game, I feel like it would live forever. Teal.
They'll never see me in this.
Finally, you're worthy.
Crystal cool.
Chewing gum.
And the icons of glass. Alright, that was the escalation encounter. Each level in the Ancient Gods Part 2 has one, and we'll be doing them all. Because again, it counts to your collection.
We need bigger number. Number better.
They're fun, so I don't really care.
Yeah. No, that's what fucking matters.
Ah, shit, I missed my window to attack.
You missed it multiple times.
Whoops, let's turn around there. Wow, it got its armor back really quickly
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, he just decided immediately to just not put up with your shit.
Wait, I can just do this whenever I want? Oh, killer. I shot the wall. That was pretty... Actually, no, that wasn't useless, because Mancubi are your best friends now that we have the Sentinel Hammer, since they have two enormous, easy-to-shoot weak spots. So a Mancubus is pretty much a free Sentinel Hammer recharge. It's awesome.
And it's stunned.
Right, which makes it easier to refill.
It's a very generous stun, too.
It is. It lasts forever. Eh? Hello, Bloodmaker. Haven't seen you in a while.
Shoot him in the face.
I'm waiting to.
So they're going, oh.
Yeah, I kind of hear it's like, oh. See, the problem with the Bloodmakers is they make you focus so much on them since they have that very brief weak point, which means you're going to take damage from everything else while you're doing that. And then if you turn away, it's going to be like, here's my weak point, bitch! And you won't be able to shoot it.
Once again, it's also like another enemy that makes you stop and wait. And the weirdest part about it, too, is that you just instantly kill them.
Yeah. I know, they're very weak.
It just makes it feel like such a waste. Back down here again, I guess.
Yeah, I think I either missed a jump or I thought there was something on the ground there that I didn't collect, but now we're going back. Oh, tentacle!
Take me with you.
They take it kind of easy.
Why did it sound like a horse?
I mean, horses are also horrible demonic creatures, so I understand.
I like it when things, like, don't sound... Like, they just use some odd sound effect that you wouldn't expect. The geckos in Metal Gear Solid 4 sounding like cows for some ass reason. Metal Gear Solid 4 was actually my first exposure to Metal Gear because I didn't know that... I didn't know that you had to absolutely play every other game to understand it. And I had just played Brawl, and I was like, oh, this Solid Snake guy looks pretty cool. My friend has Metal Gear Solid 4, let's go play it. I had no idea what was going on. The cutscenes were forever. I didn't know it was a stealth game. It didn't go well.
So, like, the fun thing for me was the only other Metal Gear Solid game I had played up to that point was 3, which is a very different experience, and also with a different cast. And then it just immediately shat all over that cast too, which is the best part.
If your first Metal Gear Solid game was Metal Gear Solid 4 and you beat it, please leave a comment. I want to know your story.
I like MGS4 though.
Yeah, it's good. Literally 50% cutscene. Like you joke about that with Metal Gear Solid. This time it's literally true. But it's fun.
It also plays really well for, like, as far as Metal Gear Solid games go.
Oh yeah.
Still weird controls like every other one of them.
But you can crouch walk for the first time.
Yeah, you can even do like this the slick ass ground hum.
Yeah, the slinky dink, as I call it.
You can do the worm.
I must slinky dink through this gate.
Slowly gets on his stomach. Here we go. It's as the prophets predicted.
He is ground humping. It is as foretold.
Intern's like, it's true. It says it here in the Korax tablets. And a spoiler, I guess. Intern has a very small role in this. Very disappointing.
Whatever.
I shouldn't say small, more like none. Like, he'll throw in some commentary here and there, but he does nothing else, and that's very sad.
Rest in peace, intern.
This place looks funny.
You look funny.
Says a voice from on high. You look funny and funny.
This is unlike anything we've ever encountered. Not even Urdak gave off readings like this.
The father say that through your comms, even does the fake echo.
Uh-oh, the glue? Okay. I do not believe there's actually any enemies for the rest of the level. This is all platforming, and I will die, I promise.
You will definitely slam your fucking head. Yeah, this seems like a setup for some sort of arena, and no.
Nope. We're done with fighting.
You know what? Fighting sucks anyway.
Oh, goodbye, wind.
I'm just gonna play a Mario. Excuse me, Mario.
Excuse you, indeed.
This isn't a crystal at all. It's a ship.
It could be both.
The crystal ship. These are the gatekeepers. They do something.
I have the location. The gate of Davu, locked in.
Just a bunch of maker ghosts.
What kind of animes do you watch, hmm? It's crap like Naruto.
Listen, Dragon Ball Z is very good, okay? I like Gohan.